Liberal politics taking center stage at Sunday's BET Awards.
We are going to have equal rights and justice in our own country, or we will restructure their function and ours.
Make sure you vote and take 8 more people with you to vote. Okay? So we can fix this. Don't get tricked like they got tricked in London. All right?
Not really sure what that means. And singer Usher performing with a shirt that said, "Don't Trump America." I imagine that's not a compliment for Donald Trump. Even Broadway is getting political. The hit musical Hamilton teaming up with Hillary Clinton for a fundraiser. But is it a good idea for entertainment and politics to mix? Here to debate it is Fox News contributor Tanine Borelli, and Kristin Tate is here, political columnist and author of this book, Government Gone Wild. All right, let's start with you, Kristin. Do you think it's a good idea? It's a good mix? It's got some power?
Well, I don't think we should be asking whether or not politics and entertainment should mix. They are mixing. That's the point. And if conservatives want to remain competitive, they've got to learn to use pop culture to spread their messages. I mean, young people, they don't get their politics from the news anymore. They get it from celebrities, they get it from entertainment and online. So right. Conservatives have got to embrace pop culture.
Perhaps, or unless, of course, that artist is also taking a risk because 50% of the country is going to go, I don't agree with him or her. Do you think they have to embrace? Do you think Republicans have to get with it?
That's the point I was going to make. If you are a public figure and entertainer, you're mixing your brand with politics. You're going to alienate a lot of your fan base. And listen, when I go to events, I don't want to be lectured by some entertainer on their political views. When you mentioned the BET clip and what happened there and the different voices that were there on the stage, that is an echo chamber of liberal propaganda. And a lot of people wonder why so many black voters vote Democrat. If that's the only place you get your news, that's all you know. And that is why a lot of black voters tend to vote Democrat.
Well, I mean, for Republicans, off the top of my head, I know Willie Robertson and Duck Dynasty, and you have a lot of country music stars in particular, and then I think you have some sports stars. Tom Brady might be for Donald Trump, but a lot of them say, okay, I'm for them, but I'm going to go do my job. I'm not going to go out on the stump for them.
I think that's because the GOP has a branding problem, right? The GOP is not always seen as cool and hip, so Republicans and conservatives need to push back on that. You've got to get spokespeople out there like Vince Vaughn, Clint Eastwood, cool celebrities spreading conservatism, and you've got to reach out to young people on platforms that they already visit. Like in 2008, Obama was so successful with people because he went on MTV. He did interviews with blogs like BuzzFeed and Vox. Trump's got to be doing that same thing. We might not like the reality, but this is the reality. This is how young people make their political decisions.
Right. The problem with BuzzFeed is he's currently barred them from covering his campaign. But in the big picture, a lot of celebrities hurt themselves when they do that, I think, Tanine, because you might say, I'm for Al Gore or John Kerry or, in this case, Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, but there's other people that go, I don't want to hear that. I can't tell you how many people in my neighborhood said, I love Bruce Springsteen, but not on an election year.
Sure. Well, and again, it goes back to the point, I don't want to be lectured by their politics. But when you look at supporting Hillary Clinton, for example, it's going to be a continuation of Obama's failed policies. And for someone to get on the BET stage and say, I'm voting for Hillary, you're voting for more immigrants coming into the country, refugees, disease, they're going to be competitive with the low-wage skilled jobs, all of these policies that are going to harm hardworking Americans, especially black Americans.
Well, we're going to find out. I want to see what you think about a celebrity speaking up. They got some power. They want to use it. They care about the country. Are they right to do it? Kim Kardashian, you said, is going all in for Hillary Clinton.
That one might hurt, though. That might hurt Hillary.
We're not sure, but I know she's good at selfies. She wrote a book about it. Tanine and Kristin, great job.
Thank you so much.
All right, but I need everybody to write and tell me what you think. Who had the better point? Meanwhile, coming up straight ahead, they were fired from HGTV for their Christian values, but that's not stopping them. They're here to share their faith and offer some tips.